Morning to you. It's our first day back from Cabo. Woke up this morning thinking, where's the ocean? What's going on here, right? Living on the lake again. So, first things first, you guys, if you don't know who I am, no big deal. My name is Martha Krejci. I'm a business growth expert, okay? So what we're doing, what our mission is, what our what our mission is, you guys, is to end poverty. The way in which we're going to do that and the way in which we're already doing that is that we're teaching families how to be able to grow high profit margin businesses from home. What that does is and the way that most people are going to do that is through coaching and courses and stuff like that. But the thing is most people don't understand their own value. Most people don't understand the things that they can monetize that they already know, okay? Every single person on the planet has something that they have gone through, that they have been through, that they can then turn around and be able to help other people through. That is what we perfect. That is what we show people how to do. That is what then creates freedom for families. And that is what is going to end poverty all over the world, because every single person on the planet can do this. We're teaching you how to do it in a way that isn't salesy, sleazy, or weird, but rather is in service to your community. All right. So that's what we do. Now, if you are watching this on the YouTubes, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified when new videos come on. If you are watching somewhere else, you're going to go over to YouTube after this video, search my first and last name, click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified when new videos come on. I literally had somebody message yesterday, I think, and they were like, oh my gosh, I completely forgot that I was subscribed to your channel. And then they went onto their YouTube home screen and there was like a bunch of my videos and they were like, man, I'm so glad I actually subscribed. So you guys, just a heads up, you'll be glad you subscribed. All right. Now, let me see. Here's something that we do every single week. Once a week, we pick one person that is both subscribed to YouTube and also comments on YouTube videos. What do? Subscribe to YouTube and comment on the YouTube videos. One person every single week is going to win something. Okay, you guys? So I will announce that person tomorrow. All right, guys, let me say hello to some of you. Misty, welcome back. Thank you. Britt, good morning and happy Monday. Same to you. Cindy, good morning, beautiful. Aw, shucks. Good morning. Judith, good morning. Andrea, happy Monday. Amazing Martha. Oh, shucks. Nancy, good morning, Martha. Good morning to you. Camille, good morning. Lashonda, welcome back from Cabo. Shoot, thank you. Devery, good, happy Monday. Are you home? Love the videos from Cabo. Yes, we just got home. We take off again next week. I told you 2021 was no joke, you guys. We take off again next week. Christiana, good morning, lady. How awesome was Cabo? It was fantastic. I'll talk about it a bit. Lorna, you look, oh, shucks. Good morning. Tracy, good morning. Michelle, good morning. Amanda, good morning. Good morning to everybody. Everybody. I'm wearing a t-shirt this morning instead of actually looking a little bit more put together because I'm not, and I'm not going to lie. I'm not put together yet. I'm still living my Cabo life in Orlando is what's going on right now. So, I would say forgive the t-shirt, but don't. It's also fine to wear a t-shirt sometimes, you guys. So there's that. All right. Welcome home. Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. So what are we talking about? We're talking about why every entrepreneur needs to be, why entrepreneurs need to be amazing leaders. Let me talk a little bit about Cabo first, and then I'm going to segue into it. So Cabo, you guys, was amazing. It wasn't, I guess it was kind of a vacation. I was going to say it wasn't really a vacation at all. It was kind of a vacation in that we got to relax and we were in Cabo and that was cool. But we were there for a purpose, right? And that purpose, and I was talking to my Diamond Lane folks about it earlier today. If you don't know what Diamond Lane is, that's where it's massive access, right? So like I do 2 Zooms a week for those guys, 3 Facebook Lives. Every single day, Monday through Friday, I show up for those guys in some capacity. Because that's like, I would say it's like my group coaching group, kind of, but it's more like tight-knit inner circle community is what it is. So that's what Diamond Lane is, just so you know. But what I was explaining to them this morning was that this trip, like at the end of the day, it was like 60 grand for 3 days. And while, you know, like when you make more than that, it's fine, right? But it's still like, it's never going to not be in the back of my head where I'm like, 60 grand, that's a lot for 3 days, right? That's a lot of money for 3 days. And so what I had to do is I had to even sort of like work around the idea of like, what am I going to get out of it that's going to be worth 60 grand or whatever? I almost didn't go because I couldn't rationalize it to myself to be like, I don't see why spending that's going to be good. And now I understand that it was probably worth millions, multi-millions, maybe hundreds of millions for me to do that for 60 grand. And here's why, is because it put me in the room with massive, massive, massive personalities and leaders and people that can make decisions like that. When you're in the room and when you show up in your own power and you're in a room with people that can make decisions like that, and you can explain to them your goal, your vision, what you're doing, which in HBR, we help you fine tune all of that stuff, right? But whenever you're able to explain your mission, your goal, how you're doing it, all of that to these people, then they're able to understand you for you. You can get into further discussions. I had the longest, best discussions maybe in my life this weekend with other people that are moving and shaking and changing the world in their own capacity. And what I've learned is that 60 grand is nothing to be able to get into the room with these people, because the opportunities, the first night there were massive opportunities. The very first night there were massive opportunities. Okay. After that, I mean, now I'm going to write an article in Success Magazine. We're going to go hang out with the owners of EXP in July. Like there's other amazing stuff that happened that is going to be, that I can't talk about right now, but is going to be ridiculous. We have backers now, guys. We have, and we already have for a bit, but we have like solid people backing us at this point and our vision of what we're doing in the world because of showing up. If we hadn't been there, we wouldn't have that. Okay. But it was because of showing up, because of being able to clearly explain what we're doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it, and then being able to get other people on board with it. It's super important, you guys. There are a lot of people out there that are looking to change the world. Some of them are already up top and doing it. And the thing is we need to just group together. HBR is now under the microscope. HBR is on the radar of the people that can just poof on the radar. This is not just somebody's course that they're making that doesn't have any sort of eyeballs on it at all. HBR is on the radar. If you didn't think so, I mean, first of all, we came into this year with me having a reality show because of HBR. Being on a reality show because of HBR. Getting a book deal, right? Because of HBR. Now it's just expanded into something huge. When we came into this year, what did I say about my people and 2021? What did I say? It's happening. If you don't believe the reality of HBR completely transforming your life, you are tone deaf to what's happening in the world and to what's happening in the people, to the people in HBR. You're not seeing it. You're blind to it then because it's happening whether you think that it is or not. Okay? So my question for you is, are you ready to jump into this thing and do it? And here's the thing, you're probably experiencing fear. You're probably like, I don't know. This is a lot. I don't know, right? That's how I felt about Cabo. I don't know. This is a lot. I don't know. And then I did it. And now I'm telling you on the other side of it that I would do it again in a heartbeat. I'd do it again next week. This is growth. When you expand, you can't go back to normal again. This is your normal now. And then you expand again, and that's your normal. And then you expand again, and that's your normal. You guys, as we expand and as we get bigger and bigger and bigger, and I don't mean money-wise, money comes with it, but I mean awareness. Awareness of your own potential, awareness of your own gifts, awareness of what you're here to do in this world, awareness of the possibilities, awareness of relationships, awareness of individuals that can take your hand and help lead you there. Awareness. What people that don't grow lack is awareness. They're not right or wrong. They lack the awareness of who they really are. It's all down to awareness, guys. I can remember when I was the alcoholic post-divorce sitting on the couch staring at the wall wondering what the heck happened to my life. I remember thinking back to my mind at that point, and even though I've been working in self-development for so long, I lacked the awareness of who I was. I lacked the awareness. It's not that who I was wasn't there. It's that I couldn't see it. I wasn't aware of it. Does that make sense? It's kind of what I talked about on a video a couple days ago. You turn the light switch on. And all of a sudden now you see, oh, this is what life's about. It's not about being stressed out. It's not about being anxious and depressed and wishing things were better. It's not about that. That is a lack of awareness of who you are. If you're worried about life, you lack awareness of who you are and whose you are. And that's not right or wrong, but man, you need to get around people that can help promote that awareness in you. Okay? HBR is half off, so I'm going to go ahead and say it, and it's only half off for like another week, all right? What you do is you just message my Facebook business page, Livin the Dream with Martha. Message me the words case study, unicorns, rainbows, and Cabo, whatever you want to message me. It doesn't matter. I'm going to give you the details of the program. The program is going up in price. Well, from this is about 80% off of what it's going to be. Okay? So you need to get in. All right? Because part of me could be like, just jump in when it's almost double the price that it is right now. But that's not. Get in. If you're on the fence right now, get in. Okay? If you're on the fence right now, get in. We're investing I like want to cry right now. I don't even know what's going on. It's because I know it's how big it is for you guys. I'm so sorry. Mike and I are investing a lot of money into our infrastructure, into our business. Our business is being set up basically as an IPO. Our business is basically getting set up to run like Nike or something, like a legit super business. We're not going public. An IPO is what you do before you go public. We're not going public, okay? Because it's ours. We're not going public. But it's going to be set up like that. You guys, in setting that up, we're doing all sorts of, we have hired so many specialists to be able to fine tune what we're doing so you can be better. We don't have to do that, guys. When I was talking to somebody about it this weekend, they fully understood we can take our money and go live on the beach if we want. I told them point blank, we aren't expanding this for us, we're expanding it for you. We're expanding our business, not for us because it doesn't matter to us. We're expanding our business so everyone on the planet can be reached. And so we can all be better, you guys, because what it's going to take for this world to change is numbers of people waking up, becoming aware of who they are and knowing how to make it happen for themselves. That's why we're expanding, not because we have to. We have enough. We're fine. We do these things, you guys, for you. I need you to understand that. I need you to understand this isn't Martha growing her business. Martha doesn't care about growing her business. Martha cares about growing you. You gotta understand that. Don't look at me like I'm different than you. I'm not. We're the same. I'm here for you guys. Now let me explain. Man, I don't know what just came over me. I'm sorry. I did not mean to just do that. And now we're almost done with the video. Well, I guess I should talk about the topic. What was it again? I love you guys so much. Why entrepreneurs need to be amazing leaders. You guys, here it is. It's in one sentence. The reason that entrepreneurs need to be amazing leaders is because we are leaders. It's because we are the ones, entrepreneurs, the way that I teach you in HBR, way that I teach you to show up and serve, that's leadership. Don't think that you just need to be reading entrepreneur books. You need to be reading John Maxwell. You need to be reading leadership books, because what you're going to do is you become a leader of your organization. Do not think that you're just going to be an entrepreneur, solopreneur your whole life. What we're doing is we're building things. So then you show up, you serve, and then your people show up and they serve. Become a leader. You are a leader. Don't just read how to do this, how to do that. Read leadership books. Immerse yourself in leadership, because that is one of the biggest things that is going to catapult you on your trajectory. I help you with it too. In Big Think, we're going to go over it. All of this stuff, right? But understand that needs to be a focus of yours, not just how to do this on social media or how to do this. That's secondary, and that's taught in HBR, quite frankly, right? You don't need to really focus on that stuff. Leadership, the soul, the heart of who you are is what matters. The rest of it is tasks that you do, yeah, but they're tasks. They all come from this cellular place of who you are. Does that make sense? Okay, what are you guys talking about? Now that I just, oh man. I did not even expect that. Amanda, I love you. Martha, thank you for being a Moses. Oh, that's something I was talking about that this weekend. I was like, that's my prayer when I wake up every morning is make me a Moses. And then I talked about Moses because not everybody, I don't expect everybody to understand Moses' story, right? And so to explain the story of Moses, I mean, in a sentence, Moses for the first 40 years of his life was, I mean, for the most part, blessed, right? And was in royalty. Second 40 years of his life in exile, in a state of being emptied out. I've lived in a state of being emptied out. Have you? I was completely emptied out. I was emptied out to the point of surrender. And that's what he was doing. After he emptied himself out, God used him. First 40 years royalty. God could have used him in that place of royalty. Didn't. Second 40 years emptied out in exile. Started stuttering, didn't feel confident about himself. He had all of this and he lost it. Emptied out. Emptied out. Next 40 years, used. God used a man who had been completely emptied out, wasn't even confident, was scared, had a stutter. He used that man to be the figurehead to free the Israelites from Egypt. And then they went through their journey, right? Next 40 years was an entirely different journey, filled with miracles, filled with frustration, but filled with redemption. Royalty, emptied out, redemption, being used. Don't forget the being emptied out part. It's the most important, right? I love you guys. I'm going to pop out. Bye-bye.